Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope all of you are fine and doing well. So, topic that we will discuss today it is the properties of water. So, let's have a look at what are the main properties of water we have. The first one thing, basically the water is composed of mainly two elements, from where the first element is hydrogen and the second is oxygen. And on a whole, its formula we have is H2O. So it is mainly consisting of hydrogen and oxygen. One atom of oxygen is present and two atoms of hydrogen, and the ratio is 2:1. So water exists in nature basically in three different states. So what are the main physical states of the water on the earth crust? It can exist in three mainly states. The number one state, it can exist in the liquid state, the water that we use for the drinking purpose. The second thing, it can exist in the solid state in the form of ice. And the third one state, it is a gaseous state. It can be converted into the vapors at high temperature. So these are the basically three states or the physical states of the water that are present on the earth crust. So this was a simple physical state of the water in which it can exist. After that, basically, water, it is a polar molecule. Now, what does mean by the polar molecule? If we have as a structure of the water molecule here, we have the oxygen and the two hydrogen atoms are bonded like this. From where the oxygen is more electronegative, it carries the partial negative charge, and the electronegativity of the hydrogen is less, it carries the partial positive charge. So, this partial negative and partial positive charge makes the water molecule as a polar molecule as the two poles are make one is negative and the other is the positive, so that's why it is a polar molecule. Then the water molecule is having the properties of cohesion and adhesion, that it can move from one surface to another surface, that it can diffuse, it can move by the process of osmosis in which the liquids can move from the concentration or against the concentration gradient with the help of the energy. On the other hand, it is having high specific heat. When it is heated up, then it is having high specific heat that it cannot be easily degraded. The density of the water, it is greatest at 4 degrees Celsius, and its density we have is 1 gram per centimeter cube. So this is the density of water and it is highest at 4 degrees Celsius temperature. It is used as a universal solvent of the life. Universal solvent of the life, it means it is helpful in the making of many solutions because it can be used as solvent, and solvent, it is the substance that is present in large amount when we are making up the solution. The simple example, we have the sugar plus water. Here the sugar is a solute as it is going to be mixed up into the water. So the water here, it is used as a solvent. So this is a simple example of solute and solvent. Here we have the boiling point and the melting point. The boiling point of the water, it is in degrees Celsius, which is 100 degrees Celsius, and in Fahrenheit it is 212 degree Fahrenheit, and the melting point when it is present in the ice, it is the 0 degrees Celsius and 32 degree Fahrenheit. The chemical formula here we have H2O, and its average molar mass is 18.015. How we can gain? Here we have its formula H2O, in which the hydrogen is having mass number 1, multiply by 2, and oxygen we have 16, so total is 18 gram per mole. This is the molar mass of the water molecule. Its IUPAC ID we have, it is named as water, or it is also used as oxidane. The density is almost 997 kilogram per meter cube, or we can also write it as 1 gram per centimeter cube. So we can use it in both units. On the other hand, the water is a clear substance, it is colorless, it is odorless, and also a tasteless liquid. These are the properties of the water. On the other hand, the water is basically a neutral substance. It is neutral to the litmus paper. Litmus paper, it is the paper which is used to measure the pH of any solution on a whole. When we check the pH of the water, water has no effect on the litmus paper because it is a neutral substance. We have the property of the water which is known as the capillary action. Now, what is going to be happening in the capillary action? Basically, in the capillary action, the liquid flow through a narrow space from the combined effects of cohesion and adhesion, and with the help of the surface tension. For example, here we have the water and here we have the mercury, and we just put up a small tube in it. We just see that the water started to flow upward, and here the mercury just flow to a very little. It's mean that the water is having the capillary action. Here you can see that its meniscus is also making a convex like, and its meniscus is like a concave like. It's mean here the capillary repulsion is, and here we have the capillary action. So the capillary action, it does not require the help from the gravity. It can even act as the counter to its phases. The phase where the water is having towards the environment, it can move or it started to move. Basically, this is known as the capillary action of the water. So this was all about today's lecture. I hope you guys understand, and if you have any queries, you may ask me about that in the comment section. The next topic that we will discuss, it is the water as a solvent, that how we can use the water as a solvent. For that time, you guys keep learning and have a good day.